Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome into another episode of the Run Your Day podcast. Dan Hafner joining you here. I want to give a quick apology for being a little bit aloof lately. I did have this trip to California was very, very taxing and a lot of time was involved. And honestly, I just kind of made excuses for not getting the podcast in yesterday. So if you're still joining me, I really, really thank you. Going to be a little bit of a shorter week this week, obviously, and I didn't go live over the weekend as well. But like I said, it was like 18-hour days, very, very intense. But really, really awesome. And I just kind of wanted to come on and share with you a little bit about what that weekend was. And really one of my main takeaways from it. It was a business conference for strictly men. And it is a very exclusive club that I was welcomed into. And it was something that truly and profoundly changed my life. It was camaraderie, acceptance, knowledge, power, wisdom, and a whole lot of other things that, I just can't even begin to describe, honestly. To be part of something so special is really near and dear to my heart. And I learned a lot about business as well. I learned a lot about strategies, tactics, a whole bunch of things that are going to help me grow this podcast to be even larger and impact more people. A whole slew of things. And I'm eternally grateful for the organization of Warrior for allowing me to do that. And one quick share about this, how this applies to you, is twofold, really. So I sacrificed a lot to go to this. I mean, I committed big time. I bought my ticket for this back in the summer, bought a plane ticket, bought a hotel, could barely afford these things. Like, seriously, was a stretch. More than anyone will ever know. And the important thing was that I was purely committed to doing this because I knew it was something that I needed to do. Not that I wanted to do, that I needed to do. Not for anyone else, not for you, not for the listeners of this show, not for my wife, not for my family, for me. And I freaking did it. I made it there. I participated. I won. I showed up. Question I have for you is, when was the last time you truly committed to something? Like, literally moved mountains to make things work. When was the last time? Think about it. Because if you're not that committed to something, there's something that changes inside of you as a person when you are that freaking committed to an outcome. You literally become obsessed. You become so obsessed and involved in it, and it just consumes you in a good way. There's something that changes about you as a person when you reach that level of commitment. And then the second part of this was that I learned your certainty is found in your courage. If you lack an identity, if you lack a brand, if you lack, certainty in yourself, I know how you feel. I struggled with that for a long time. And one of my biggest takeaways from this weekend was that if you are certain about yourself and you can carry yourself with that certainty at all times, you will find a level of power and courage in yourself that you never knew existed. And the beauty of it is it's not just one level. It keeps growing. It keeps expanding as you have more courage. And you find more clarity in yourself. You find clarity in your purpose. You find clarity in your direction. And you become simply unstoppable and committed. It was a great weekend for me. I learned so much about business, but more about myself. Way more about myself. And I'll share some more details with you guys in the following episodes. I'm going to wrap this one up here. But those are my questions for you today. When was the last time you were truly committed to something that you literally became obsessed with it? And if not, how do you get to that point? Find something you can be that committed to. Because I promise you, it will change your mind, it will change your direction, and it will change your freaking life. That's going to wrap up the show for today. As always, thank you all for joining. Dan Hafner signing off here on the Run Your Day podcast, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.